Tweet out your question, #InvestKaro. Gentlemen, thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you for watching.
Brought to you by UTI Mutual Fund. हक एक बेहतर जिंदगी का.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all the scheme-related documents carefully.
GoAir's unbelievable fares start from rupees 999. Travel to your favorite holiday places from the 23rd of June to 31st October this year. Fares from Mumbai to Goa or Delhi to Srinagar or Bangalore to Pune at just rupees 999. Go explore and book now from March 21st to 23rd. To know more and to book, visit www.goair.in. Terms and conditions apply.
The endless blue invokes you. The green below is home to hope. Tomorrow is being created today. Smart City Naya Raipur is on its way. The land beckons you to explore and achieve. New horizons, greater heights to reach. Clean air, water, environment at its best. This is where nature rests. A new way to work and live with endless aspirations. This is where dreams are born to fulfill all ambitions. Be a part of Naya Raipur with Make in India, a new story. Come and join now. Be the one to share this glory.
Celebrating ingenuity, celebrating innovation, recognizing true excellence in aerospace and defense. Presenting the Aerospace and Defense Awards 2015.
What makes us unique is that there are no parallel examples of such awards existing anywhere in the world today, particularly the categories that we conduct.
An award ceremony honoring individuals and organizations for their immense contribution in aerospace and defense sector. Only on ET Now.
This is the Times Television Network, and you're watching ET Now.
ECGC Limited, as the National Credit Insurance Agency, has supported the cause of Indian exporters. This evening, they provide the export sector another reason for cheer by instituting, in association with Dun & Bradstreet, the ECGC Dun & Bradstreet Indian Exporters Excellence Awards 2015. We are privileged that this event is being graced by leading lights from the government and industry. Some of them are on the stage, on the dais already. And ladies and gentlemen, to set tonight's wheels in motion, I invite to deliver the opening address, Executive Director, CMD Additional Charge, ECGC Limited, Srimati Geeta Muralidhar.
ECGC, in its 58th year of operation, is proud to be associated with this award function along with its long-term partner Dun & Bradstreet. As the initiatives under the Make in India campaign will not only serve the domestic but also the export markets, we have coined the slogan jointly, Make in India, Make for the World. Exports of goods and services form almost a quarter of our GDP, and its expansion is vital for sustained economic growth. We are honored to have amongst us some of the esteemed members of the jury panel. Lastly, once again, a very special warm welcome to Honorable Minister, and we would like to assure you, on behalf of all these esteemed exporters, that we will definitely catapult India to the position of top exporting nations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Srimati Muralidhar. Ladies and gentlemen, to address us next, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Bank of Baroda, Shri Ranjan Dhawan.
A very good evening to all of you. Bank of Baroda is present in 24 countries. 1/3 of the bank's balance sheet is derived from abroad. I think it is natural that we should be present over here and seek to interact with the exporter community. Whenever I speak to exporters, I cannot help talking about two things. Number one is hedging. Manufacturers are not in the business of second-guessing exchange rates. Their job is to make an export or buy, import, manufacture and export. Their job is not to second-guess exchange rate, either of the dollar or anywhere else. So those of you who do not have a natural hedge, please do hedge your exposures. The second thing I always like to say in such a gathering is, even today, despite repeatedly talking, many exporters are so grateful that they have received an order, they don't understand their buyer. We have excellent agencies like Dun & Bradstreet who can give you a report at the drop of the hat. To my utter surprise, even today, people rush abroad, they get an order, they don't bother to even see the Dun & Bradstreet report. Why not? There is, in the end, no substitute for an exporter not to know and understand his buyer, and in particular, his financial positions. I would strongly urge you to go the extra mile and get to know your buyers much better. Last but not least, one thing, I interact with a lot of foreigners, I interact with people who are buying from you, they value corporate governance. Even today, the sort of impression that the average Indian exporter has, even if he is a limited company, is that corporate governance in Indian exporters is not up to the mark. They do not have the processes, the simple thing like an audit committee. The audit committee in many, even corporate exporters does not really function. We don't bother to see the other person's corporate governance. Rest assured, they are bothering to see your corporate governance. And I was talking to Sampath just before that, and he made a very valid point. And that point is that the people who tended to have better corporate governance are the ones who are getting the awards. And those are the kind of people whom foreigners value. And I can tell you from my own experience that this is in fact the case. Delighted to be here with you. Thank you very much.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest of honor is a much accomplished dignitary, as you might imagine, from the world of bureaucracy. Please join me in welcoming to the podium, in his capacity as guest of honor today, Joint Secretary, Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Shri Arvind Mehta.
It's indeed an immense pleasure that we have in having put together ECGC, Dun & Bradstreet, the bankers, and the most valued clients of India for the export markets, the exporters themselves. I'm happy to see that Dun & Bradstreet and ECGC have been now, for quite some time, working together to try and take away the risks through buyer credit profiles that are building up. If India has one strength, it is the entrepreneurial strength of its vast business community. It's one strength which I think will show an innovative and nimble mechanism, provided we are able to leverage government behind it and give that the boost that it requires in terms of export financing, in terms of credit insurance risk. We don't have to be World Cup winners in cricket also. Team India can win in exports too. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege to invite to the podium Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, who addresses us next as our chief guest.
I'm extremely happy to be here. Manufacturing in India can actually be much more than what it is today from the point of view of what it contributes to our GDP. If we are to look at the good side of what Indian exporters have achieved over the years, is that you stand for standards, you look at improving your standards each time, and you're globally competitive. Of course, there are issues. I'm not trying to give a rosy picture. There are issues. and issues which can be addressed by the government. And I think, given all the constraints, I can very clearly stand up here and say the government is making every effort to remove obstacles, to make it easier for people who want to register and carry on their business. This particular government is something which is willing to hear, willing to act, and willing to engage with the exporter community. The Make in India program is not going to be effective unless the exports also catch up. I'm very glad that this function is happening today. I look forward to hearing all of you all. A special clap for the women, a special clap for the rural exporters. And thank you for giving me an opportunity.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are nicely set up, we believe, for the evening's first highlight, the release of the publication India's Leading Exporters 2015. Let me invite the Honourable Minister and our chief guest this evening, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, and the guest of honour, Shri Arvind Mehta, to make it all official. I request Mr. Kaushal Sampath to assist with this special moment, as also the rest of our dignitaries on stage to preside over this short but significant function.
Bank holiday? Baroda non-stop, 24/7 banking, offering a host of self-service options at your time and convenience. Now get super solutions with Bob Mitra, those you can bank on. Bank of Baroda, India's international bank.
Export payment worries giving you nightmares? Presenting ECGC, the Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India, for insurance protection to exporters against payment risk, with IAAA rating from ICRA.
So if you want to sleep peacefully, insure against payment risk with ECGC.
You focus on exports, we cover the risks. Insurance is the subject matter of solicitation.
Good night.
Dual safety for your loved ones. Dual SRS airbags, now standard across all Toyota variants.
Don't lose out. Trade on India's fastest exchange, BSE.
Style is everywhere. I mean, on cricket field, you see players who look really good in whites. So that's again got to do with the confidence. Style is all about what you do in life and how you present yourself in front of other people. You copy your heroes to a certain extent. But like I said, style was always ultimate for me. I taste life in style. What about you?
Blender's Pride Reserve Collection, taste life in style.
All that now remains, ladies and gentlemen, is the much-awaited ceremony of the ECGC Dun & Bradstreet Indian Exporters Excellence Awards 2015. May I call on a truly high-powered panel to preside over the entire award ceremony. The Honourable Minister and Chief Guest, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, the Guest of Honour, Shri Arvind Mehta, Srimati Geeta Murlidhar, and Shri Kaushal Sampath. May we have you on stage, please. And before we get the parade rolling, just to inform you that we'll be starting with 18 theme-based awards, 9 sectors on the marquee, and in each we will be handing out trophies to the runner-up as well as to the winner. Beginning then with the runner-up for Best Rural Exporter. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the flagship company of the Trident Group, Trident Limited. Now, runner-up Best Rural Exporter. The winner in the same category is primarily engaged in the business of food and agro processing. Let's give it up for Olam Agro India Limited. Innovation is the name of the game over the next two awards. It's the category Most Innovative Exporter. Finishing runner-up in the category Most Innovative Exporter, Garware Wall Ropes Limited.